Math Morning, Mr. Dirk is back at it again. Today we're doing the 7.4 application walkthrough. The first two questions, I'm not doing them for you. Those are just like the examples we did in the packet, but I'll do some of these ones for you. Let's check them out. So the mean distance of the Earth from the Moon is about 384,400 kilometers, right in scientific notation. You know, this is what we did in the other problems, but there's some words there. So we're talking about the mean distance of the Earth to the Moon. We've got this. This is the big number. We want to make it small. So we count, okay. And when we do this, we're going to have a positive exponent because it's a big number. So it's going to be 3.844 times 10 to some exponent, right? I'm writing a question mark. You need to write the number. So how many times did we go to the left? All right, now this one is the opposite of this question. The orbital period of the former planet, remember this is no longer a planet, Pluto, is about 9.1 times 10 to the 4th days. Write this in decimal form. So we want to do this. We've got 9.1. We want to make it bigger. So let's see. I think you're going to go to the right. How many times? Well, it says 4, so you're going to go to the right 4 times. Here we've got a bunch of bugs. The length of several insects are shown in the table. List the lengths in order from least to greatest. So you want to take these, put them into decimal form. So this one right here, 2.5 times 10 to the negative 1, the fringed ant beetle. If I make that into, what's it called, decimal form, I'm going to go, this is negative 1, I go 1 to the left, so this one is 0.25. The walking stick, right, that one is 555. I know that's bigger than the fringed ant beetle. Now you need to do the other two so you can compare them all. This one down here, mass. This is a science question. The mass of a grain of salt is about 10 to the negative 4. All right. About how many grains of salt are in a box that contains 10 to the second power grams of salt? Express your answer using exponents and as a standard number. So you got a box of salt, right? That's a box. And you got salt in it. How many grains of salt will fit in there? So if you got the whole box, let's see, that is, the box contains 10 to the second power, and the mass of a grain of salt is 10 to the negative 4, so you're going to divide by 10 to the negative 4. You're going to get some funky number here. You got to be careful. It's a negative on the bottom, so when you're dividing these, be careful. And this is going to be 10 to the something power, right? Don't put a question mark. When you do it, write the real answer. All right, now we're talking about money. In 1981, no, I was not alive back then, the national debt was a mere $1,028,729,000. Let's approximate this as 10 to the 12th power dollars. So why can we do that? Well, if I round it and make these zeros, there's 12 zeros, so that's how you get 10 to the 12th power. In the same year, there were about 10 to the 7th people over the age of 16 years old that were employed. So this many people over the age of 16 were employed. If we split the national deficit up to every person over the age of 16 that was employed, all right, over the age of 16 that was employed, what would each person owe? So we want to find it for each person. So if you take the whole number, 10 to the 12th, that's the total debt. And how many people are there over the age of 16? Well, that's 10 to the 7th power. So when we divide that, all right, again, I'm going to put a question mark. You put the answer there. That's going to give you the debt for each person. So solve that and then put it in a standard number in decimal form just so you can see how big it really is. All right. Now the national debt is, we could approximate this as 14 trillion. Approximately how many times bigger is the national debt now than 1981? So this is really 14 times, well, we got 3, 6, 9, 12 times 10 to the 12th. All right, so this is how big it is now, and it used to be just 10 to the 12th power, if I get that from up there. How many times bigger? Well, it is, I'm going to give you the answer for this one. 14 times bigger. There you go. All right, good luck on this. Dirkus out.